If you have anything that you want people to watch, read, buy, listen to, then this video is for you. Because you've asked yourself the question, well, how will more people look at my stuff? How will more people buy my things? And then you've most probably come across marketing. But there's one way to look at marketing which I think is really efficient and is based on empathy and not on who's the loudest. And this term is called permission marketing. I didn't invent it, Seth Godin did. In this video, I want to explain permission marketing to you, how you can use it to market what you have to offer and add another way of thinking about it that makes it even more clever. It's actually on. And this video is only going to be an explanation of that. It's not going to be any fancy or glossy. It's just how you can use permission marketing to get your message across and to invite people to look at the things that you want to offer them. And I do really recommend you read the book Permission Marketing by Seth Godin, or you look at his stuff, because I'm a big fan and I've used it in plenty of my work already. How I've come across permission marketing at the moment is that I'm working together with a couple of big organizations. And the big organizations, they have learning organizations inside of them. And those learning organizations, they have a ton of things to offer to the people in the organization. Trainings, seminars, really cool stuff that the people in the organization can use to become better at their job, to develop in certain fields. But they somehow have to market these things to the employees, because the employees, they have so many other things to do aside from attending a training or learning something. And because it has come up in that context in the last couple of weeks pretty often, I do want to explain it to you as well, because I think in your context, if you have anything that you want people to watch, buy, look at, it's going to be really helpful for you too. And permission marketing is based on the concept of the minimum viable audience. The minimum viable audience is the smallest group of people who my product, what I have to offer, is actually very helpful for. And it's so helpful that they will voluntarily talk about it with their friends, with their family, and they will show it to other people. And that's the first step and the most important part of permission marketing, to think about who these 5 to 10 people are. So in your case, you also have to think about who exactly am I helping with this? And there are 3 statements or questions in permission marketing that you will need to answer in order to find that minimum viable audience. The first one is, my product is for people who believe. What do they believe? What do the people believe that you want to market your solution, your product to? If you think about that and you actually write it down, they believe that learning is possible. They believe that learning is important. They believe that the Yankees are a great team. Whatever it is, write those things down, because they will help you to, first of all, identify them and then communicate to them. Because if you know what they believe in, you know how to address them. And that's the first step in the permission marketing work. The next one already narrows down the group of people, because the next statement is, I will focus on people who want X. So what do they want? We've already talked about what they believe in, but now what do they want? And if you start at your 5 to 10 people, your minimum viable audience, please talk to them. Find out what they want. Ask them what it is that they want. What do they need? So how, again, can I address them? And right now in this case, well, you are probably watching this because you have something to offer. So what you want is maybe more customers, or maybe to find a way for people to interact with the things that you do more. Or maybe what you want is you want the people that watch your things to share them voluntarily with their friends and their family. And in your case, make a list of things, what the people you want to market this to, what they want. And the third step is a promise. I promise that engaging with what I make will help you get X. So in my case, I'm now more or less promising that engaging with those 3 steps, you will find a way or find a new way to get more customers, get more people to listen to your podcast, whatever that is. And in your case, please turn around, write that down. Think about what is it that you promise. In my example, talking to the organizations that have a lot of things to offer, well, when they communicate that, they mostly focus on what it is that they have to offer, as opposed to thinking about what is the promise. So what will you get? What will you be able to do? What is the actual outcome of the thing that I have to offer you? If you complete these 3 sentences and statements, you will already be very far in permission marketing, because you will already know how to address the people that you have something to offer for, how to talk to them, what makes them tick, what you need to show them, what are the topics you want to address, and also what you can promise. And now I want to add something to it. This is also an idea that I didn't invent, but I found this in a book that's called How People Learn by Nick Shackleton-Jones. It's a very complicated name, but you'll find it in the description. I would recommend you use this when you think about the promise. When you think about what you promise people, think about 3 things: think, feel, and do. So, what will people be able to think after they've engaged with your product? So, for example, they will be able to think, I'm capable of changing. If you have something to offer that goes in line with their personal development, for example. Or they will be able to think, I can make a living as a freelancer. Number 2, what will they be able to feel? They will be able to feel powerful, for example. They will be able to feel fulfilled. They will be able to feel whatever. You have to answer that question for the people that you have something to offer for. And the 3rd one is very concrete. It's what will they be able to do? And here's in fact where Nick Shackleton-Jones' view and Seth Godin's view align. Because Seth Godin always talks about making a meaningful change. And a meaningful change is learning. Learning means I am changing something, I am adapting. And when I'm doing that, well, then I'm learning. And so what will they be able to do after they've engaged with what I did means what change can I make with them? What change can I invite them to? So if you have something to offer that helps people communicate better, then you need to think about what that doing is. For example, they will be able to voice their concerns in a given situation. And here you see, that's where this starts making fun. Because if you have anything to share that you want people to look at, watch, buy, you always have the perspective on the things that you have built or the things that you can do. But if you take a step towards the people that you want to offer that for, well, you're changing the game. Because then you start to feel empathy towards what they actually need. You will be able to ask the right questions. And if you can ask the right questions, you will find out how to address them, how to talk to the people that you actually want to offer your help for. And because it's been so helpful for me in the last years, I wanted to take the time to explain it, because I think this can be so helpful for so many people that have really cool stuff to offer. And if you combine those 2 things, permission marketing and the think, feel, do, you will be able to offer the things that you have to offer in a much more appealing way, and also in a way that people immediately understand, well, what's in it for me? Why should I watch your video? Why should I look at your book? Why should I buy your product? If you do that, well, then you get a lot closer to the people that you're already building that for, and you will see that you will be a lot more successful with what you have to offer.